we are getting caffeinated for this one. Hi, I'm Mihalina, and I'm sharing what I've learned during my moon mission. And this time it's about what I've learned by not even participating in what I planned. The first thing I've learned was honoring my body over my mind. I stayed back in Poland. I could not force myself to go against the current. When I'm needed, then it's pretty damn clear. It was yet again a lesson of honoring my body over the projections of my mind. Number two, that's actually building up from the first point. I'm very much into getting rid of all the oppressive structures that are still linked in my internal architecture. So having this very scared, insecure, that part of myself that needed to prove that I'm valuable by doing, by providing, by sacrificing myself. Yeah, that part, that inner tiny oppressor. They were foaming at the mouth, especially the moment that I set time for the ritual. I set it weeks ago. The me that was doing that planning, I'm luckily no longer her. I've grown so much. I became so kinder, so much more secure. It's unreal. Anyway, yeah, so I've learned how it feels to hold myself and to hold that part of me that I used to let rule. And that's power. Number three, how it feels like to break from that rigidity that was supposed to give me security. I still have the hardest time internalizing that this world is an open world game. There are still pathways that are easier to travel because they are all concrete up and you don't get your heels stuck in the mud. And I've always been someone, I think, that would prefer the deer paths. My ex-beloved, he is still alive and well, and way taller than me. And if we were to go through a forest together, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's where the deer come. Come, it's a path, it's a path. The path was a size of a deer, so I had no trouble. Maybe I would bend my head a little. He would get stuck on the branches way higher up. Anyway, rigidity. As external as internal, walking in the forest and being in your own minds has this quality of paths less and more traveled. And it takes friction, it takes a bit of an effort, it takes some branches in your face to go and explore something that is unique to you, most likely. But again, every time you go down the path that you actually like, not the one that it's easy, it becomes way easier for other people to follow and for you to make the choice that resonates over and over and over again. The tension between what felt right in every particular moment and what I planned, it was not comfortable, but I'm so grateful I was able to hold on hating myself and being that strong, secure, I don't know, a big sister to my own self. Yeah, so that's what I've been learning. Number 4, how it feels like when your practice is alive and well in this pulsating, alive manner. The ritual that I planned was channeled a couple of months before, and I knew it would have been beautiful. I knew in other reality it went on and brought some lovely, lovely results. But I am on my most expansive timeline, and apparently it wasn't part of it. What was? I got back to my roots. Oh my goodness. I went to talk to my river. I went to talk to my river. I brought her an offering. I talked to netters again. Summing up, point 4. How it feels like to be within your own practice moment to moment and doing what is authentically mine. Number 5. I am dropping the word serve from my vocabulary. Leading, organizing is something I feel at home. Me being open and connective and the quality of my presence. There are things that people ooh, okay, that feels big. I don't think I will publish that, but I'm keeping it. I believe I have the wealth of knowledge from lifetimes that make it so easy for me, so flawless, to be a gateway into higher understanding and higher feeling. Higher is not the word for the multidimensional, multi-directional feeling and understanding. It's something I'm uniquely good at, and it's so seductive to try and squeeze it into something that I do as work, because that's a template of capitalism. It was so easy to try and squeeze it into the form of service, because that's the role of a spiritual leader that I was introduced to via Christianity. Another super tempting thing is to go and live in the forest or join a monastery. There are so many pathways that already exist, and none of them are for me. and creating something that has never existed before. I know I'm up to the task. I wouldn't receive the mission if I wasn't, but I can't see clearly how it looks like yet. And I'm in the process of experimenting and testing and crossing out options. I am super excited about what form it finally has. And also for how long it's gonna hold the form. Thank you for sitting through this. Yeah, I will see you in the last one.